Good morning, everyone. It's not Sunday sketch day, Saturday sketch. So I'm just fine tuning this sketch I did yesterday. I'm going through a little bit of a anatomy phase where I'm just drawing the bones and then seeing hopefully it comes out quite well. It is 8 o'clock, but I'm always up this time, so I tend to I'll get bored very quickly, so then I'll just start drawing. And I thought, why not just go live? It's not a tutorial as such, it's just sketch session. And I would be doing this anyway, if I'm honest. What time is it where you are? Thank you, Dark Agent. What time is it where you are? And where are you, in fact? I know it's an early start, but that's all right. It's okay. I'll do some boring stuff later on, that's for sure. I've made these bones are slightly too big, I find, but that's all right. I'm not gonna dwell on that now. That's the hard part of not being able to rub things out. You're stuck with it. But it's alright. It's got its own, what's the word, quality as well, because then the mistakes look quite cool as well. 11 p.m. So it's quite early for most people and quite late for you. Oh, thank you, B, for the kind gifts. Oh, I've got itchy nose. It's getting cooler here. Excuse me. Yeah, it's definitely getting cooler. So now I'm just literally just practicing some cross hatching, really. Could have put a little bit more time in planning it, but I don't want to draw it first with the pen. I just want to draw it directly with the pen every time, and this is the tricky part, because then, as I say, you're lumbered with the lines, you know. But I kind of like the challenge of that, so that's why I'm having to just make do with what I've done already, what I've got. Add in a bit of crosshatch. Oh, it's morning here. Not very early. It's early in the morning. Not very early. My day has just begun. So I'm just going to plan my day after I've done, played around with this sketch here. I was actually doing this before I went to bed. I was drawing this anyway. So I thought, why not just finish it off today? And then, yeah, this line, I can't erase it now, but that's all right. I'll leave it. And I'll probably do a tutorial later on. I'm not sure yet which one. Oh, thank you, B. That's really nice. This happens. It's freaky to think this happens. What's that exactly? What do you mean, Philip? I really love your content. You gave me the motivation to start drawing again. That was the goal. Oh, really? No, it's in. Yeah, well, it's. This is why I'm totally against. I am pretty much totally against AI and all that rubbish, if I'm honest, because I believe it's gonna starve us one day of these kind of things. That was with regards to Pi Zolud, and I truly believe like this is why I can always have paper and a pen and a really basic pen as well. You can see this pen is beaten up and old, but I really want to hold on to my, what would you call this? Not primal skills, but God-given skills. I really don't know. I don't want to hand it over to any system or package. Or I don't even like the park assistant in my car. I don't even like that kind of stuff. I feel those things take away a lot of our skills, important skills that we should never let go of. That's an interesting point. Oh, V, what are you doing up so early? Only old people get up at this time. What are you doing up? Oh, with the bones going over. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting used to it, actually. I did 3 drawings yesterday. Uh, I've lost it, mate, I'll tell you. I did this one. This was the first one. And it was a bit wrong. I drew it a bit wrong. So this was the first one. And this I drew this bone too bent, which is fair. But I was actually on the phone to a friend. I posted it yesterday. I posted it, and I drew it wrong because I wasn't really concentrating. And so I thought, oh no, and people said, oh, that's wrong, and da da da. Okay, so I decided to ditch it, and I started this one, another one, and then as you can see, I straightened the arm here a little bit better, and then I'll just draw another one. So I just sit there and draw all day, and it's just the way it is. So I drew 3 yesterday, and as you can see, that obviously the colours of the paper is totally different. I didn't trace them because there's this one is actually too big for the paper, and this hand is probably too big for this forearm. They're just my, what would you call it, crazy professor moments where I just draw things and I don't think about it, and it comes out a bit weird like that, but it's still quite cool. I like that because I know this bone here should be it should be up to about here really, and then you get it right, and then you got too little paper. But there you go. It's all good, mate. It's all practice, isn't it? It's all practice. I'm against bones. You just want to have tubes, right? You just want to have tube. I don't want bones. Too complicated. Bones are too. I watch these streams, and today I realise, wait, I draw cartoon characters. Oh no! Well, I draw cartoon characters as well. That's all right. It's an art form, isn't it? Thank you, Gelchen. Danke vielmal. Wie geht es dir? Make him hold a hammer. I'm missing something. Oh, everyone's up early today. Wow. How you doing, Maisie? Is it Mazzy or Mazzy, I suppose, isn't it? Oh, make him reach for a hammer. Yeah, I've run out of paper. I'm gonna have to do this again. I've been drawing seriously for the last 10 months. Before I was just kind of drawing, but now I'm actually practicing every day. And no, I've got my own artistic goals actually. So this is why you see me drawing a lot, and I'm really starting to push my own goals now, as well as doing the lives. Oh man, I've got itchy nose again. Excuse me. As well as doing the lives, I'm going to be pursuing my own goals, and they will be um, my own creative goals. So you're going to see me doing a lot of this kind of stuff as well. Um, I believe that my artistic journey has just begun. If I'm honest, ich bin jetzt am Anfang. I think I've got a lot to prove. Thank you. Ja, es geht mir gut. Danke vielmal. Ein bisschen früh aufgestanden, aber okay. Ich bin fit. Yeah, but it's not. I'm not going to say it's not difficult. It is once you get it kind of worked out. It's not that difficult. I was thinking of even starting something new in the live. Actually, I might actually do something new. And it's a shame here because this is a bit too wide. It should have a bit more of a gap here. But I'm not gonna. I don't. As I said, I don't like to erase this line. Shouldn't be here as well. But it's okay. It's a sketch, and I'm gonna stick with that. It's a sketch. So maybe, you know what I might do? I might just draw something new. I might literally start something fresh. I'll leave this now. I might even post it later on. But I think I might actually do something new now. Let's just add some more cross. I'm just experimenting with the hatch as well, the different types of hatch. That's what I like to do. And then obviously sometimes I do it and I make mistakes, but that's all part of it. That's all part of it. Hi, do you have a chew on the best way to make bodies by shapes? Isn't it? Isn't it funny? I'm actually in the process now of posting on my YouTube. Hold on a minute. That's funny. This was a live. This actually was a live on the 10th. And I'm posting that. I'm going to post that in about half an hour. When I come offline, I'm getting ready to edit it. Oh, my nose is itching. Excuse me. Like poses like this. I don't know if that's what you mean. But that, I've literally, I'm going to upload it in about an hour from now. And these are more like elegant poses. I don't know if you'd call them dynamic, but this is more like so if you like that, check my YouTube out and you'll find that on there. Definitely by lunchtime. Definitely by lunchtime. Because now I've got the power to upload myself and edit myself. I didn't have that before. So that was slowing me down a lot. So someone offered to help me out. And obviously it gets too much because I'm doing lots of lives, and it's not fair. That was one of my moderators, and it just got too much. I understood that 100% because I'm doing 3 lives a day, and editing takes a long time. Bless her, she was doing it for nothing, and I just felt a bit bad. I don't like people working for nothing. Oh gosh, there's a lots being said. I have to. Yes, they are. Yeah, our bones are actually twisted like that. Not many people know that, Jack. Yeah, they are. No, you can learn this. Anyone can learn it. If you follow me, chances are I'll do a tutorial on how to do this. Yeah. Now I might draw another one in a minute. I might just do another one quickly. So if you want to watch how I would draw this, then hang in there. Thank you, Kaylin. So I've got through the chat. Okay. Should I just draw another one? Who wants to see me draw another one? Maybe I should draw a different position. Because now I've got 3 of these. I've got the bent one, which was wrong. Fair enough. But I did actually post on my my feed. This young lady wrote to me about this drawing here, and I posted it on my feed because what she said was it was so amazing. I couldn't believe it. When I read it, I was like, oh wow, because I was getting a little bit of negative feedback about certain things, which is fair. And then she wrote to me in my DMs, and I had to post it. So if you like to read something about what this woman said, it really motivated me. And I was like, man, you go online, you have these total strangers say the most amazing things, and it's such a motivation. It's really quite amazing. And they're all different. This one's got mistakes on it that this one doesn't have, and it's like, I know this part here I've made it a bit too big, and you're always wrestling with mistakes, but I suppose that's part of it. Oh, I know why that is. There it is. This line is missing here. I think that, yeah, I see it now. I can see it. I've missed something here. And this is a bit too. Yeah, I think I needed to take this bone down a little bit. This is what I always end up doing. I start one thing, I see something else, and then I start messing around with the other thing. Yeah, and obviously because I can't erase it, I'm stuck with it. But it's okay. I'm going to just pretend that I meant to do it like this, and it's supposed to be a zombie hand. But nobody tell anyone else, right? Only the 75 people. Don't tell anyone else that there's a mistake on this one as well. There you go. Let's just hide it like that. No, it's never going to be right. But practice makes perfect, right? That was the first one. That was the second one, and that's the third one. Do you see what I mean? So if I didn't start here and make mistakes, I wouldn't have got to this point and bettered the mistake to get to this point where I feel it's not perfect. Obviously, there's a few things around here that I could have done better, but that's all part of the journey, isn't it? Just to keep moving forward. That's what I like to do. So I'm going to put those away. So if I draw something like that, or this type of drawing, I always try to encourage people to really look at what you're doing, what you're drawing. It's something I have nowhere near perfected, right? So don't get me wrong, but what I try to encourage myself to do is really look at, if we start, let's start a new one. What should I draw? Let me think, because I've got a reference book here. I'm not doing this all on the fly. Let's draw. Yeah, that one might be a cool one, actually. Right, I'm going to draw here, or attempt to draw. Yeah, that's a nice one. I'm going to try that one. I'm going to attempt to draw a hand that's coming like that towards us. All right, just the bones. So I've got an image here. So as I said, I'm not doing this reference free, right? And if I do things reference free, I am proudly saying that I'm doing it reference free. But this one I'm not, because I don't think I could anyway. What I would attempt to do first is spot where, and this is what I don't do enough, because when I start sketching, I tend to just start sketching and not evaluate dimensions and proportions, right? So that's my fault. So now I'm going, this is where I'm going to say my elbow is going to be. And this is where the arm, the upper arm is. I'm calculating, I need a bit of space for the hand. So I'm going to say here, measure it from here to here. So I've got my 3 spots. So these are important for me. So now I'm going to define where the hand would be roughly here. And the elbow is going to be here. And then we've got the upper arm, there you go, here. So now I'm drawing a drawing that somebody else had drawn before. So whether this drawing or the original is accurate, I can't vouch for that. But I'm just going to keep going. Let's get a little bit of a twist on the bone here. So this is basically what I'm doing. I'm going to try and put some basic shapes that I know I'm going to use for the elbow here. And we've got this kind of triangular part of the bone of the elbow here. I'm trying to keep it nice and light and not press very hard at all, so I don't get stuck with these heavy lines. And then the bone, it kind of is bending here. And that's what I did the last time. I bent it a little bit too much. And then we've got this part here. Like so. And then it bends outwards that way. It's not too bad. Not too bad. And then we got the... Right, I'm going to get this section right, because I got it wrong before. So I'm going to learning by doing, but now I've got it right. Like so. Quite narrow. This bone is quite narrow. So, and as you can see, I'm trying to really clock what is in front of me as much as I can to take as much information as I can. And then we have this slight bone comes outwards here, and then it's got a thickness. I'll take a look in the chat in a minute. It gets very thin here. And then now I would add my details for the hand. So we've got this boundary here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our fingers are they're quite strange actually. Fingers are quite weird because they're not very straight. So I'm just going to try and copy what he's done here. Like so. And I'm just going to use lines to define the joints and where I want the fingers to be, slightly longer, and then bend it here. I'm gauging it again, obviously, and I should measure it better. It looks about right. That. 3, and then we've got our 4th here. Tack. And then 3. And then it bends a bit like so. And then obviously we've got our thumb. I'm just going to go give myself an idea of where it should be. Tack like so. So that's basically how I would start it. So let me see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, check it. It might help you. And it's pretty much like what I'm doing now, but I suppose it's a bit more interactive because I'm speaking with others. Oh, thank you, chat. Metisa. That is a really nice thing to say. That is a really nice thing. Let me push my camera back a bit. Yeah, that's better. The thing is, I've met so many cool people online. It's really nice, actually. Ink is unforgiving. Oh, the chat just went a bit mad. Sorry. Exactly. That's why I like sketching with ink. I do like it. Have a good day. You too. Thank you, Unity. Can you? No, I would never do a tattoo. Oh, Lord. I would hate it. I would hate it to know that I'm going to make a mark on someone's arm and it's going to stay forever. At least I can make a mistake on paper and I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever. I can, whatever, put it away. But thank you for the very, very kind gifts and for all of the love, the follows. Much appreciated. If you are looking for any videos, you can find them here. I've got a few already on there, and they're unedited, pretty much raw, but they do take you through a lot of my it's curling over, my live streams. So check those out. Let me put that there. I know it's a bit untidy, but how many pens do I have? I've got a box of these big pens. I might actually contact Bic actually and see if they want to sponsor me. I'm sure they've got enough money. Guten Morgen, Vika. No, I'm not doing 3-point perspective. I'm not doing that. Not today. Maybe next week. I get that all the time. Anderson Silva. What do I get? Morpheus and Anderson Silva. I'm used to that one now. It could be worse. Nah, I'm not going to draw a triple extension. Why do I want to draw that? No. I'm sticking to what I'm doing now. Anyway, I like to draw my own content. I don't really like to draw famous people. That's not my thing. I like to draw things that are a little bit more challenging somehow. Now I'm concentrating on these joints. I'm going to see if I can get them a little bit more accurate this time. So they're quite tricky actually. I'm not sure. I should actually see if I can get hold of someone's hand as a reference. I have to look into town and see if there's any hands hanging around. Human hands. No, I'm joking. So you can see it starts to take shape. So we got the 1, 2, and then we add the tip. We need to add the tip. Let's go here, here, and here. Yeah, that's what I was missing there. I was lucky I spotted that, because that would have been a little bit weird, stumpy fingers. Thank you for the follows. Good morning, Aiko artist. How you doing? Or the Aiko? Awesome work, brother. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Maybe one day they will. My favorite thing to draw. At the moment, I'm quite enjoying drawing this. Actually, I don't really have a favorite thing to draw, but I switch. I tend to switch a lot. So if you join my tutorials or live streams, you'll see that I'm drawing this for maybe, I don't know, this type of thing for maybe a week or so, and then I'm just gonna flip and do something totally different. But that's part of my my artistic ambition, really. I've got my own ambitions with regards to my artwork. So if it leads me down the path of, I don't know, drawing robotics or some cyber stuff, then I'll do that. If it leads me down the road of anatomy, then I'll do that. Because I find that if you experiment with different types of art, it actually improves other aspects of your art. That's what I believe. For me, it works for me. I find that if I draw things that I'm not used to drawing, it gives me an idea for other things that I've drawn before. See, this is a little bit too high, but that's all right. And I've got to add a little bend here. I didn't add that bend. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much how I can live with that. And this bone is a little bit wide, but I'm going to just take it in like so. And hopefully I can hide some of the mistakes with shading and hatching. Oh, that doesn't sound very nice. Sugar. I haven't. Oh, I did actually. When I was training when I was younger, I was training with a friend of mine, and we were doing like grappling. You know what grappling is? Like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right? So it's like judo. So we were wrestling around, and I don't remember how it happened, but all of a sudden I think he stumbled or whatever, and he said, oh, and he stopped, and his finger was literally like this. His finger was to this. The tip of the finger was like there, it was at an angle, and like it was like he went, oh, my finger, and it was bent, and he said, straighten it. So I grabbed it and I went, and I straightened his finger. It was bad because I looked at it and I was like, I could see it was like that. It was like at an angle. Oh, that was too fun. No, it wasn't funny, but how do you draw those fingers? You need to join my live streams, mate. You'll pick that up in a couple hours. I can have you doing that easily. Keep going, God. Let haters hate. Exactly, I agree. I love it. Yesterday, when I not hate, but there was a little bit of negative energy because I did something wrong. Actually, it is wrong. I agree, but sometimes you have to be careful what you say to people because you can deflate their ambitions. But for me, it's the total opposite. I looked at it and I thought, oh, I shouldn't go online while I'm just sketching and, on the phone or whatever. So then I drew it again, and then I drew it again. I always take that energy and I really transform it. So sometimes I kind of like it. I kind of like when I make a mistake. I think, it gives me an opportunity to improve. Yes, I had to straighten his finger. That wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice. But it was all right after that. As soon as you straighten it, it's all right. Yeah, that was... Luckily, I haven't seen anything like that, really. So kind of blessed like that. I'm just going to kind of guess the fingers a bit now. There you go. Right, I'm going to have to check my reference now. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, I'm just going to go and grab a tissue because it's just, the weather's changing, man. It's really changing. Right, so give me a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you. I would learn anatomy first, but I would literally learn it. I would literally learn anatomy like this, just with lines and circles, lines and circles, lines and circles. Literally, that is to kuhi. I would just learn to draw the body with lines and circles. Lines, very, very basic. Squares, rectangles, and then you can take it to that level. Then you can add. That's what I would do. The more basic, the better, I think. Oh, no. You're talking about the finger, right? Oh, don't. Oh, don't. Anderson Silva. Oh, I wish. I did draw better proportion using freehand. I don't know. Usually what I do is I just measure things on myself and I go, if I can't be bothered. So like this, I can go, yeah, that's about right. I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit lazy like that. I don't sit there and study all the proportions really. So chances are if you go by eye, and then if it works, it works. And then if it doesn't, then you're stuck with something like what I drew earlier. And then it's still quite cool, but it's not right, is it? Because no one's bone bends like that. But it was all right. Because then I practiced it again, and then I drew it a bit straighter. So that's good. That's all. Keep moving, Don't lose sight of your goal. That's what I do. I try not to lose sight of my goals. Yeah, I would obviously proportion, if you want to learn it, it's not going to be a wasted exercise to learn proportion. Don't get me wrong, because I'm a bit lazy, and I have learned it in the past, but it's something you have to practice as well. If you don't practice it, you kind of lose. You lose the the basics. You kind of think, oh, what's that again? What is that again? Like learning that your hand is roughly the same size as your face usually, because they're not. All of these rules are not 100% true. So it varies. If you're drawing an anime character, you've got totally different proportions, and that's what I try not to push the proportion thing until you really have to know it. But it obviously is important. If I was drawing for some anatomy book, then that would be obviously the most important thing to get it right. And then I wouldn't start with the big. I just wouldn't start. I would do a pencil, and then I would ink it up later on. But I've never done any anatomy drawing for any books or anything like that, so that's not something I need to worry about. And as I said, probably now today I'll draw anatomy all day, and then I'll switch and I'll just start doing, I don't know, some characters from Arcane or something. Because I think what I might need to start doing is drawing female characters again, just the faces, because that's something I want to get better at. I haven't done any for a while, and that's one of the skills that I never really had, to draw portraits and stuff like that. You just find yourself drawing everyone with a mask on just to hide the details. Yeah, something I can't really see what he's drawn there, but I'm gonna just go with it. Just make it look like it works. Oh, what did I miss again? Oh, I did answer that question. Sorry, Christine, I did answer that question. Yes, unfortunately, when I've got my head down, I drift away a little bit. I'm only starting with ellipses, bro. I hope I get to express my art. Well, this is a good start. Yeah, starting with lines, ellipses, and circles. What more do you need? Are you using the ballpoint pen with the line? Yes. Yeah. Just use. This is exactly the same pen here as here. The way you build the tone up is you start light, and then you literally build on top of that shade with another layer of shading and another layer of shading. That's how I get the tones. You're welcome. Hey, bro, I think 54. What, my age? I practice every day. Subways, I am drawing every day, mate. But the thing is, I enjoy it as well. This is the thing. You have to be aware of the fact that this is like my chill time. Some people, I don't know, they watch TV or they watch Netflix. I don't watch anything. I will just be sitting here pretty much all day trying to better my art, and I think it's paying off I do think it's paying off. Gap here, and then like so. I'm just trying to get this as accurate as possible. I'm not rushing it today because I'm usually rushing. I think that's to do with the lives. When you start doing live streams, I think you just kind of get into this mindset where you have to do things really, really quickly. And I've noticed that sometimes I need to just pump the brakes a bit. Because it doesn't have to be fast. I can do things slowly every now and again. So we've got a gap here. I just got to make sure I illustrate that gap. And it gets a bit thinner here. Good stuff. Let's do it. And only when I'm sure, like now I'm sketching a little bit more precisely, only when I'm really sure, that's when I will start adding some shading and heavier line work. But only when I'm sure. And unfortunately, sometimes I do it even when I'm sure and then it's still wrong. It's just the way it is. Me and artist. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. How long do you practice every day? At least 4 hours a day. Morning, governor. How you doing, mate? Early one today. I've been drawing all day. Well, you saw me last night. You actually saw my post. I was just messing around. I think it was it the blue one or was it this one? I was doing that yesterday. Oh yeah, easily 4 hours a day, easily. Especially if I'm doing live streams. If I'm doing live streams, I can, and I'm on holiday or something. Oh, I would definitely do around 6 hours, easily. And then sometimes I get off the live stream and I'm actually drawing my own stuff. You know, I'm actually sitting there drawing my own stuff, and I think, let me just go live. So, and if there are any doctors in the house, I know this is not 100% correct, but it doesn't really matter. All right, we need to add the surface here. We got a bit of a surface. Hold on, I need to concentrate a bit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. No, it's not about talent. Ruja 8. No, it's not about talent. It's about applying yourself to your task and not losing sight of your goals. You can get better at something just because you are dedicated to it. If you're dedicated enough, you will get it, guaranteed. You just have to persevere. Be patient, persevere, and you will get it. And if you keep your goal in mind, that should be your motivation, I believe. If you keep your goal in mind, that should be enough to power you through the dark moments when you feel, I can't do this and I can't. If you can't do it, draw something else. But keep drawing, you know? Draw something that you're good at. If you ever hit a wall as a beginner and you're drawing something and it's not working out well, put it down and draw something else. Or draw something that you're really good at. Or draw something that you're not good at, just to make sure that you keep drawing. Don't stop drawing. That's what I would recommend. Because I know drawing this now is going to improve my artwork. I know it's going to improve it. I don't know when or how, but I know it's definitely going to play a factor because when I draw, I've drawn zombies in the past. So I'm looking at this and I think, oh man, I could draw a zombie now and it would be really cool. You know, it does give you these other ideas that you could probably work with. Right, let's get these knuckles right quickly. So we got that. It thins a bit here. Right, let's do it. And what I do is I do one finger, then the other, then the other. I just bounce to each finger so I can make sure I cover all bases. Like so the thumb is pretty much there. I've hidden it a bit too much here. That is looking okay. I need to arc that a little bit more. Cheers, Kim. Do you get post on Saturday? Nah. Monday. It'll be with you on Monday. Thank you very, very, very much for your comments and your kind gifts, Mazzy. V, how you doing? My apologies for taking so long, but I just forwarded your info to my design professor. Oh, really? Oh dear. Why? He's probably going to go, this is absolute rubbish. This is absolute. Really? Your design professor? Why? Flavy, 20, P Flavy? I can't like this line. Oh, really? Oh. Yeah, but this is what I like with art, you know. I find art is very spiritual as well, you know. I find that sometimes you have to draw things without a goal. You like this, I have got really not got a goal. I'm just drawing. And then when I walk away, I'm quite relaxed, you know. But sometimes if you have to design things, I used to design logos and stuff like that, which is good. But I see art as a type of therapy. And I always encourage people to draw without a rubber. Just draw. And it's almost like the line starts to reveal itself. This is what I find. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and I don't realize. Well, I realize why, but I don't understand why art is not really encouraged. You know, because it is very therapeutic, and I find that I don't know what I would do with it without it. If I'm honest, I really don't know what I would do. I think I would. Yeah, that would push me to my limits if I couldn't draw. Because I really don't watch TV, you know. And if I'm watching something, I'm like this. I'm watching my screen, and I've got a pen here. I'm like this. I'm like a child. I start going like this, and I tell myself, put it down, put the pen down, and I'll start again. And I watch something. I'm like a child again, and I go, oh, and then I start, you know. And that's what I'm like. I can't have a pen and paper around me. If I go on holiday, you know, I go, okay, money, phone, pen, and paper. You know, these are my levels of importance. Oh, whose birthday is it? V's birthday. Oh man, I hope to meet you guys and girls one day. You know, hopefully. I don't know where you all live. I know Kim's in Basel or somewhere near there. I won't say your address. Happy birthday. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Or should I not ask that? Maybe that's a bit rude. Thank you. Thank you very much. And if you like what you see and you want to learn how to sketch like this, oh, you're 25. There you go. You make me feel old. Oh man, I am so old. New sub here. Absolutely. You're Oh, thank you. From Malaysia. Wow. I had a very good Malaysian friend. Really, really good. Oh, he taught me some words. I can't remember them. That was many, many years ago. Many years ago. Atlanta. Nice. Atlanta. I've been to the US, but never to Atlanta. I've got family in Queens, um, Washington, and Florida. Yeah, many, many years ago, I went to the US. That was nice. So, right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, let's add a little bit of shade. And sometimes you have to make sure you clean the nib because these bits, they start to have a blob. And I've done that before and it's just gone like a blob of ink. So you have to make sure you kind of tidy them a bit. And as you can see now, I'm really pushing myself not to press hard. Really trying to be gentle and adding very, very light layers of shading. When I'm in the live streams, I find that I press a little bit hard. So I have to train that I don't do that. So you guys have pretty much seen me draw this live, right? Because I did actually start this in the live. And you see, I've made a bit of a mistake there. Don't care. You know, it's I think it was as Mazzy said, it gives the artwork a bit of character as well. You know, it's like when you see these really amazing, I don't know, 3D images or AI images, sometimes the imperfections make things perfect somehow. I don't know if you get what I mean. So, Ellen, I'm going to be very active in your lives now. I'll stay here every time. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Yeah, I've got to learn other things as well. So this is why you see me practicing every now and again. But are you more into anime, semi-realism? Well, I think I'm more anime and semi-realism, if I'm honest. Because realism I can't really do. I've never really done it. And it is amazing when people can draw really, really realistic faces, but it's not my thing. No, I like to go a little bit. I like to experiment a bit. I would love to go to a life drawing class or, portrait drawing class. I'm sure I'd improve a lot being taught by somebody else. Yeah, I have, but it's pretty basic. It's just me doing this. It hasn't got any singing and dancing intros and outros, and yeah, it's pretty basic. But it's the content is pretty good, I think. Have a good one. Thank you for forwarding my details onto your professor. That's very much a compliment. Thank you for all the kind gifts and the follows to everyone. I'm not going yet. I'm going to finish this actually. I'm actually going to finish this one. So if you want to join me for the rest of this live stream, feel free. I'm going to just tidy these, add these joints, give them a bit of, it's broadened the fingertip. I didn't know the fingertips were broadened. So I'm going to add what he's added, slightly broadening the fingertips. And I'm just looking at the bones. You see, this is just not the thing you have hanging around the house, just a random hand. So it's not like I can check that. Can't check it, but I'm going to go with what he's drawn here. Has anyone got a random hand at home that they can lend to me for a couple of days? Jeffrey Dahmer. His finger's a bit, I think his finger's a bit off. My advice is to start really basic. Hold on, let me see. Oh, you got, oh, I need a skull actually. You see, that's what I would need, because I draw skulls, but I just try and, I would start like this. If you want to learn anatomy, start basic. Just like that. Just like that. And then cylinders, and then you've got your body shape. That's how I start. The more basic, the better, because then you can gradually build your skills on that. Oh, thank you. As a beginning in art, but an expert in perspective. Oh, really? What do you do? Not so Hussein. That's interesting. I would like to see what you do with regards to perspective. That would be pretty cool. So I might have to write your name down actually, because learning a bit of perspective would be pretty awesome. Are you digital, or are you, what would you call it, manual? Let me write your name down. Not so Hussein. I don't know what that means, but never mind. I'll look you up. I should be sending you gifts, V. I should be sending you gifts. In fact, how can I send you? I'll have to follow you. Can I follow you? Who else is in my... Right, I'm going to do some following today. I'm going to follow some of my friends. I'll be following you so I can watch you. I can stalk, online stalking. Yeah, I did. Did I answer that one? Just start very basically. As I said, I say that to people all the time. If I was to draw this arm again for, I don't know, a character or whatever, I would literally start it like this. I would start this arm like that. You see that? But today I'm doing a little bit more of a deep dive into the bones and stuff, like four fingers and the thumb. But that's how I would do it. And then what I would do after that is add my cylinders like so, like that, as a beginner. And then what I would definitely do is grab an anatomy book, if this is a male arm, and then we can add our details like so. And then obviously we'd add the joints and da-da-da. And then learn your muscle groups, how they connect and stuff like that. And then blue stage, red stage, green stage. And then you can go hatch stage. But all of these stages need to be learned and, I suppose, mastered in some way. Or not mastered, but understood, I suppose, is a better way of putting it. Understood. But that's what makes it not for everyone. And that's what, I suppose, separates, you can't even say men from the boys, because everyone draws, isn't it? Just separates people that really have the passion for it, I suppose. And that's how I would do it. Like that. From this to this. I hope that helped you. Yeah, I got that one. I don't know. Kiru. I don't know that skeleton. I'll write it down. I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's interesting for me. I'll have a look. But I like to draw my own. I can see myself drawing my own skeleton, just making something up. I don't like to copy other people's artwork, if I'm honest. I'm kind of steering well away from that now. I do the odd character, but not many. Maybe I should do it for the likes. Oops. It's just jumped. Hold on. So basis, body shape, and poses. Well, what I would do is, I would literally start like I just showed you. Literally start like this. This arm here, you literally start it like this. Wherever you see a circle, that's a joint. So on the fingers, if you check my my live stream recaps, you'll see I've got this hand drawing technique that you can use called the crooked house, right? So wherever you see the circle, it's a joint. So that's what I teach kids, how I teach kids to draw like that. Then you take, and I illustrate with these smaller kids. I literally illustrate it like this. And I say, you put this on here. And then that represents the bones. And they literally do it like a puzzle, right? So you teach them to put it together like a puzzle. And I always say, oh, what do I put here? And they go, oh, cylinder. There you go. And then that would be stage 1. And then stage 2. Stage 3 would be the muscle. So we'd have the muscle. If we're drawing an arm, right? And then stage 4 would be the clothing. But then it starts to... I don't animate. I've never illustrated from a book or never done anything like that because that was never really my goal. I've only been doing this for 10 months, really. TikTok, I've only been on TikTok since December of last year. So this is very new territory for me, very, very new, because I was not keen on any kind of social media at all. And I mean, really I was anti it until a friend of mine said, oh, Ollie, but you've got so many skills, you should show them. And I was like, And then I only work 40% out of school. So I've got quite a lot of time on my hands. That's why I do quite a few lives, because I don't want to be sitting around doing nothing. And I could be sitting at home drawing quite happily and quietly. But why not share it? Because I get a lot from it, because of a lot of what people write. A young lady wrote to me yesterday. I posted it on my live, my TikTok stream, actually, because what she said, it was really like, wow, couldn't believe it. And I had no intention of communicating with this person. And she said, I had to write this to you. And I'm like, wow. And that was the drawing with the mistake on it. So this drawing ended up triggering someone to contact me. And what she wrote to me inspired me. And that's just amazing, right? I think that's brilliant. Because I had no idea that this mistake would trigger her. It's kind of weird. I find that's kind of weird. Life is a bit weird like that. Because you don't know where you're going to get your inspiration from. It could be in the most weirdest place. Oops. Hold on. Both actually. I use my thumb. Okay. Yeah, I need to brush up on my perspective skills. I will actually look up the what's that one called? Fish eye. I know 1 to 3 point perspective, but am I going to use it? I'm not sure. Thank you, late artists. This is so big. Cheeseburger sociology. Thank you very much. You're struggling with eyes. Shelley, you're in the right place. If you follow me, mate, chances are I might even do an eye drawing tutorial today. I might even do one because I can actually draw eyes quite well. If you check my feed, you'll see. So if you like drawing eyes, and I do break it down very... I've got my box here. Oh, you're here. There you go. That's how I break down eyes. And I can teach you how to draw eyes. So if you like that, and this is all with the Bic again, and I break down the steps. So you just have to follow, and then chances are I can help you out. If you like what you see, as I haven't even said that, please hit the like button. Right, let me get this done quickly. Talking too much. The details are quite small here, so I'm not going to go mad with it. It's not really, I'll just give the idea. Well, it's very small. I can kind of get away with that. I might draw a hand, just the hand really large, and really detailed. I think that would be quite a good one to do. Might do it this weekend. I've got a lot of free time this weekend. So there you go. I think I will leave that for now. Probably add a few more details with regards to darkening areas, but as a whole, how long have I been drawing? Maybe was this roughly an hour? I'm not really sure, but it's definitely around an hour's work. That was an hour's work. I have got a reference, as I said, but the more I do it, I actually think I could probably get most of this right without a reference. It's starting to the details. It's not as so much of a mystery anymore. I would definitely look at the hand in more depth to really understand how the joints are put together. That's what I would do. That would be a little task of mine. Especially the joints here. I don't really know what they look like. So that's something I would probably research myself. And there you go. That is my hand. So I will do, what's the time? I will do a couple of minutes with you guys, then I have to go. I need your help, guys. I need 200 likes on my recent TikTok. It matters. It's a matter of urgency. Okay, Callum, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if yeah, I don't know what to say about that, if I'm honest. Oh, there's always room for improvement. The joint. I want to learn the joints now. See, now that's triggered me to want to learn. Probably the next time you see me, I'm just drawing the fingers. You'll probably see me do that next because it's starting to ticking away. It's ticking away. So yeah, just have to follow me, mate. You just have to follow because I'm gonna get deeper into this. I will definitely get deeper into this. Keep on going. You too. Say hi to you. How you doing, baby? And have you ever been caged? Don't know what you mean. What do you mean caged? I just said hello to you already. Looks awesome. I just said hello to you already. I'm not sure what the deal is there. Awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, I am filming this now. So I will be posting it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm going to be... Yeah, it's good. The only way is up. The only way is up. I am familiar with Kim Jong G's work and... Woof. Man, it's the $1 million question, right? How can you draw like him? It's like saying, how can you dance like Michael Jackson? You'll always be a copy of someone else. I think it's better to try and acquire some of his skills because I know he draws a lot of, what do you call it? He uses a lot of different perspective angles and stuff like that. Maybe just learning that style, but using it for your own artwork would be better. I would probably go down that road. So then you're not going to be compared to him, if you know what I mean. What about Pose's artwork? I'm struggling with that. This one, I've literally just posted it. I'm going to post it today. Where is it? I've lost it. This one, I will be posting today on female poses. Literally. And that was all drawn live. So everything you see on here will be discussed and drawn live. So if you like, it starts here, it goes to here and further. You got different body shapes. So this one is a good one for you. CJ. That's a good one for you. And it's literally being exported now. So there's a little bit at the end where I've walked off and I haven't switched off the camera. Just going to cut that and I'm going to upload it within the next half an hour. So chances are within the next half an hour, you've got your first lesson. It's only the females one. It's the female one at the moment. But I will post the other ones, the male one as well. I love how. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, the bone, how it crosses like that. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Good. I think that's pretty much it. So thank you to all that joined me. That was pretty cool. As you can see, I do a lot of stuff live, and I pride myself on it being live because I do make mistakes from time to time. And I would encourage anyone that is getting involved in drawing or any kind of art form, making mistakes, they're part of the journey, right? Embrace that and don't worry about it. Keep soldiering on, keep practicing. And even when you perfect something, it's just for that moment you get that perfection, but it probably won't stay perfect forever. You might draw it again and it's wrong. Learn to keep going, keep going, keep going, soldiering on. As you can see, we've got the results improving every day. Started like this, went on to this. This bone is too short. I realized that afterwards. Who cares? Drew it again. Yeah, this was all yesterday, and now I've drawn that today. Can't stop progress. We have to keep going. Übung, Übung, Übung macht den Meister or Meisterin. Okay. Have a good Saturday. Chances are I might be on later on. So if you're not following me, please follow. And then you can join me. I'll do a live maybe later on today. I might even do a deep dive on drawing eyes. And I mean a real deep dive. Not the way I normally do it, but a deep dive where we go into the nuances of how to draw eyes and stuff like that. I think that might be something I'm interested in doing today. How long have you... This drawing was done in roughly an hour and 10 minutes. This one here. Because I did start something else before I did this one. So this is around an hour and 15, hour and 10 minutes. Reference with a reference and simply a big pen. Zero rubber. And fortunately, not too many mistakes. Good stuff. I wish you all a lovely Saturday. You can get ready to do your figure drawing soon. Have a lovely Saturday. We'll see each other very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Cheers, V, Kim, Mazzy. I hope I'm not butchering your names. We'll catch up very soon. See ya. Thank you for the gifts, everyone.